Big package time. Let's put them out there on the table. What do we got, Spencer Rexler? Where are we going?
All right, we got the Lions nickel package. First question of the Lions nickel package. Should the Lions treat this game like a preseason game when it comes to playing the starters?
I don't like that mentality. And that goes back to, Lindsay, why I asked or why I say Dan Campbell should go to the guys and ask them what it takes for them. If there's a guy that just says, hey, I'm good,
right,
I'll be over here chilling. If there's a guy that says, hey, I want 4 series. If there's a guy that says, I want a first half. Cool. So, I mean, I guess kind of in a way, as far as playing time goes, it is like a preseason game in that I'm going to lean on you being a professional. What does it take for you to be ready?
Yeah, and I think like every coach approaches it differently. In the past, we've watched teams that would come out and let their starters play the first possession and get up the field, and then they pull. There are some people that aren't going to start their starters, you know. So it just depends on the coach. It depends on the players. It's all different. And just because they're not playing or guys aren't playing as many minutes as you know, these games right here, they're just to get us where we need to be. That's the only purpose. Unfortunately, or fortunately for a lot of teams, these games don't really matter.
Right. More on that later on in the nickel package Friday, by the way. I'll have something else.
And if these games don't matter to you now, you're either a team that's locked up your position or you're a team that season went to hell. So you're on one of those extremes, you know. There are a few teams that still could move up or down and change their positioning. So to some teams, yeah, that matters. To others, wherever we are, and let's keep it moving.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Jonathan Anton. Neil, what team is more overrated, Iowa or Penn State? Penn State easy, because they're always a top 10 team at the end of the year and never beat anybody good ever. Second down.
Second question of the Lions nickel package. How important is it for the team, like the players, to get Gibbs and Monty to 1,000 rushing yards?
I don't know about important. I think it'd be really, really cool though to get 2 backs go for 1,000 yards.
Depends on those bonuses too. If I got a bonus in there, hey, I get 200.
Well, Gibbs on that rookie deal, there's probably not any language like that in there.
Some for Monty.
For Monty,
that's what I'm saying. I got 250,000 riding on this 1,000-yard season. Hey, give me the rock, baby.
Give me the pill. I do need to see if I can find that information.
David Montgomery needs 25 more yards. Jameer Gibbs needs 85 more yards.
According to Spot Track, I don't see any language in there as far as those are type of bonuses that are in there. So as far as I know, they do not. That would be hella cool though, man, for 2 running backs, especially a reach or a quote bad pick. Brad Holmes. One of the cool things about the Ole Miss Penn State game, I don't know if you guys caught this. Ole Miss had a backboard, like a basket and backboard on their sideline with a Penn State logo, and whoever got a touchdown or interception would run over and dunk on it, which I thought was awesome.
Did you see the quarterback?
Jackson Dart? Yeah, he missed a dunk, but you know what he did connect on? That touchdown pass that put him up by 21.
Yeah, he's playing the right sport.
Yeah. But no, Brad Holmes could dunk on after you draft Jameer Gibbs. That was a quote reach and quote a bad pick. Even me, who's a Brad Holmes simp, was like, I guess he believes in him. I don't know that I would have done that. For him to roll out and get 1,000 yards as a rook.
I told you he was a stud.
No, you didn't. You were sitting here saying, watch 1,000 yards loading. Lindsay, get him.
Be real good.
Spence, let me stand on my soapbox. What did I say about Gibbs?
You said he's gonna be a stud.
From day one.
You didn't say 1,000-yard season
on
loading.
his day one.
Liar.
All right, next question of the Lions nickel package. Where does Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, CD Deuce, fit in on this defense?
You know what's interesting is I think that's a different answer to that question 3 weeks ago. Right? 4 weeks ago, we were so thirsty, we'd be like, oh, he's one cornerback, he's out there, most important player. We got to have him back. Get him back out here now. They've kind of settled into a nice little rhythm with all the little exotic blitzes and the secondary blitzes.
Still going to need them.
Well, no doubt.
They're gonna fucking need him.
Look, he fits in nice. Let's just say he fits in nicely.
You know where you fit in.
Is that a good way to put it?
That's a good way to put it, I guess.
He is playing, right?
Yes.
Thanks, Danny G. Lindsey was all in on Gibbs. Neil,
stop.
Danny G, thank you.
Now he's out here saying he's going to get 1,000 yards. No, he wasn't doing that.
Well, we didn't go numerical. We just went plate, and you guys were back. You guys were backtracking on the draft. I wouldn't draft a running back that high. I mean, I just don't see the value. And then everybody was talking about the running back from Atlanta being better.
How about this comment from WeezyD313? I don't want CJ taking snaps from Iffy or Branch.
That's what I'm saying. Where is he going to put him in?
Nicely.
All right, next.
Nicely.
Next question on the nickel package. How big is Aleem in Houston coming back to this defense?
Yes, we Houston. Jackson State
The
product.
problem.
Well, Florida State product too, right?
Florida.
Or Florida, excuse me. Yeah.
No,
James
Jackson
Hughes?
State. We don't look at all that other stuff.
All right, gotcha.
Jackson State is where it came from.
You know when it became real? Like when Bugs, who just signed with the Chiefs, by the way, like when dudes started getting cut, that's when it became real in these streets. Like the Aleem McNeil thing and the Houston thing. It's like they went into a phone booth and put on a cape, and now they come out here, and they get a run out, against Minnesota, and away we go. So I mean, this is the team, right? For everybody that questioned the trade deadline and things like that, this is the team. And I do love, and this is going to go off on a tangent a little bit, and I'll get more into this next week, but I do love where it's put up or shut up time for everybody in every aspect,
No doubt.
from every team, for every coach, for every player. This is why there are no playoffs like the NFL playoffs.
Right.
There's not. Like we talk about the Stanley Cup playoffs and stuff like that. There are no playoffs like the NFL playoffs because, Lindsey, no other playoff defines your legacy. And I'm even talking about, like, whatever, if the Jacksonville Jaguars get in, right, and they lose, or they win, the Trevor Lawrence narrative changes.
Oh yeah, he's back the number one stud again.
Or he's a bum. Like, that
not a bum.
he's a bum that got lucky because he got to play Justin Herbert in his first
not a
playoff
bum.
game. You know what I'm saying? Like, but everything is on the line, Lindsey. I can't wait, man.
Yeah, me either, man. Mike Bell says, Lindsey swears he says nothing but positive things about the Lions. It's like he predicted all of this. I did, Mike Bell! Sorry to tell you that. I predicted this. I was the first on the bandwagon, and you bums were standing on the sideline afraid to jump on. I had to drag you asses on.
That is
I
true.
predicted this.
That-
I did. Me, I.
Who put this together? Me. That's who.
He's not wrong. All right, final question of the Lions nickel package. Who needs to carry this defense in the playoffs? One player.
You guys know my answer. Who's the best player?
Hutch.
Who?
Simple, right? Who's the best player?
Aiden Hutchinson.
The Hutch. The Hutch will be
Because, Lindsey, like, look, and it's funny. Every time Hutch has a game like he had against Dallas, I get 4 to 5 either DMs or tweets or whatever. How do you like Hutch now, Neil? You know what, though, Lindsey? And I'll get this about Michigan. I'll get this about Michigan, too, Monday night when they win. I'll get it. How do you like Michigan now, Neil? I was right. Everything I said was right. They are at their best when Hutch is at his best. And when he's not, that has a direct impact on how their defense is. You need your biggest players to be your biggest dudes in the biggest moments. What's the saying? Big time players make big time plays in big time games.
Yep.
There are no bigger games than the NFL playoffs. Your big time players have to make their big time plays. I'm right. So for all of you that, thumb those tweets and DMs and everything like that, remember that. All you're doing when you do that is proving that I'm right. And Aiden Hutchinson has to be the guy that carries the defense. That's it. That's what comes along with being the number 2 pick in the draft and a Pro Bowler and all of it. And is that a lot to shoulder on a second season guy? Yeah, it is. But this is the situation you were brought into. So here you go. Sink or swim.
Facts. Hutch has to step up, man. He's going to have to play big. He's going to have to play big. And it's gonna be so exciting, dude. I think I'm gonna do a tailgate down there.
I am so hyped for it, Lindsay.
I'm gonna do a tailgate.
The closer we get, the more it becomes real, the more excited I get, and I don't give a shit who's on the other sideline. Stafford, Love, Green Bay, Seattle, don't care.
That's how you gotta go into it.
Don't care. Because if any of those teams and we don't beat them, then we got to go back to the drawing board and figure it out.
But just the fact that, you know, and I understand how fans are. It's a ebb and flow season. When things go bad, things are at their absolute worst to the fans. When things go good, everybody's back on the train. The captain has everything in order. But to be in a situation where the Lions are now, a home playoff game, you gotta be excited. You gotta be on your toes. Saying,
next week is gonna be electric in here.
Yeah, I'm fucking doing a tailgate downtown.
Hell yeah.
I'm pulling up.
Yes, sir.